One is unbooned right now.
Everyone is unbound.
Why does Group 2 not have a hunter?
It's true.
Because everything's fucked. Iron.
Fix it after this. Focus this.
Alright, Shadow of Frost, kill Skull.
You guys, welcome to
Thunderclap Mana Burn,
AQ40.
keep square away and kill Skull. Keep square away.
So what's happening here? This is the first pull.
We'll kill.
And each of
you can go
these
XX, it's
Anubisath
fine.
Sentinels have their
Go
own
X.
abilities, but whenever one dies, the
Moon.
the remaining Anubisaths
They
get
both have pummel right now,
the
so
one-
tanks get ready.
the ability of the
Damage
ones that died. Right. So this very last one is going to
type
have
1 in
all the
chat if you need a
abilities
mount.
of the previous 3 that were killed. Right.
We'll wait for this destroyer.
So what we're doing is we're just clearing out trash to Skeram, and I'll
Yeah, we got a
get.
key already.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
will
3,
explain in
2,
the trash. So this one, very simple. Don't let its mana get to 100%. We just DPS it down really quick.
Get your
Throw a Viper
potions
Sting
up
on
and
it,
running.
or a Mana Drain if you're a Warlock. It dies very
Action,
quickly
get magic dust on
anyway.
your bar, get the macro on your bar. We're gonna wait for this, we have time. So you can look over your groups. Like I said, it'll be Ransack, Solo.
So the abilities of these Anubisath Sentinels, one could be a Shadow Storm, one can be a Thunderclap, one can be a Thorns, one can be a Mortal Strike, one can be a Mana Burn. And so it's just very specific on the order we're going to kill them in.
Wait for this in 3, 2, 1.
But we're going to get the Obsidian Eradicators first. Again, just don't let their mana get to 100%.
For rogue kicks, underneath Trent left, Iron Rogue Ursh right.
The only thing that I would say is for the Shadow Storm or Shadow Shock, you just want to get near that mob. So as soon as we get these out, the raid lead is going to call which one to kill first. It's not a big deal.
Early pull. Stack them on X, please. Stack them on X. And kill Moon. Please kill Moon.
You can hear the... See, we got a Shadow Storm up, so you want to be kind of close to them, because the Shadow Storm hits anyone outside of a certain range with a Shadow Bolt volley. You'll take heavy damage. So now that they have Reflections and Mortal Strike, you can see their abilities.
Mortal Strike, Shadow Storm, come in close. If you're max melee, you're too far.
It's not a big deal on what they have.
Warriors, hope you did. Alright, odds left, evens right if you haven't been assigned. Remember, if you're a healer or caster, you should be very far away using
Okay, moving on to Skeram.
blind,
Skeram has an ability where every 25% of his health, he will spawn 2 additional adds of himself. Very important that you DPS down these adds first before pushing the boss to the next add spawn. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second.
Get him to 75. I'll kick.
He will get down to 75 really quickly with a fully world buffed raid. As a healer or ranged, you want to get up here on this banister because the adds do a mind control. If there's a mind control that goes out, you do want to make sure you have instant CC on that person.
Keep CCs on survive. It's the real one.
Mage's Sheep, Magic Dust, Blind, Hodge. You can see we have a mind control out there.
Split. Get on survive. Get ready on kicks.
And you can see this is moving very, very quickly. So the boss is at 46%. We don't want to push him past that next threshold because we still have adds up. So kill the adds, push the boss. Kill the adds, push the boss. Really, really simple.
Will come out soon. Get it to 25.
And then we get crowd control up on the mind control. So you can see the 2 adds have spawned.
Alright, good job. It's fine. We got true fulfillment before split, so there shouldn't be another one.
Very, very simple. Very clean. This kill was, we killed the adds, and then we're back on the boss.
Get ready, there could be another CC.
The only dangerous part is when a mind control happens, and that mind controlled person is allowed to, stay mind controlled and uncontrolled for an extended period of time. So we're moving on. Of course, if you do not have
Hunters,
A
you'll
bug
wanna dismiss
mount.
your pets after
It's
this
unfortunate you gotta run
fight. Yep, single
for
target.
this next few packs. The Kiraji Brainwasher will mind control its tank,
Going in. Watch MC units.
Twice,
so
twice we've early pulled down.
we will get a
CC?
CCF. You can hodge them right there.
I know, but I've had enough, like...
We did get an early pull here. Just watch out on the early pulling, or just your surroundings in general, because it's very condensed packs.
Make sure you don't have any dumb shit like a chicken out.
Going down this hallway, you want any type of pet to be dismissed, unless if it's an imp and it's phased.
Renzic Taunt Order, there's the pack.
Yes. Jay's first. Isthmus second.
Because there is a glitch here where the pet can actually go underneath like the platform and aggro mob and bring it towards us. Very scary.
Both of the bloody warriors met each other.
Okay, so we're gonna have a pack of warriors coming up. What these guys do is once they're killed, they spawn many additional little bugs. And to counteract this, we have a order in which the warriors will use a taunt, the AoE taunt and limited invulnerability potion combo, so that all the adds are on that one warrior, but they are invulnerable to damage during the entirety. So it's just an incredible amount of bugs that spawn, but we just need to coordinate the order of lip taunts in the order that's stated to be incredibly safe about the whole process.
I heard Jay is John. Jesus Christ. I was like, what?
Wow. Okay, get ready.
Moving towards the Brainwasher. Of course, the Brainwasher will mind control. So when the mind control happens, we're just going to be ready. If it does mind control. So now on these Guardians, these Vekniss Guardians, the gimmick with them is if they are ever below a threshold of HP, which I think is 40%, the other Vekniss Guardians in line of sight of that mob will charge the low HP mob and knock everyone around that mob up in the air. The distance you get knocked up in the air is insane, to the point where it could be lethal fall damage. In most cases, it is lethal fall damage if you're not fully topped off. It's not a huge deal if you do get knocked up into the air. Just make sure you're just make sure you have lip up, or if you're that far in the air and you don't have lip, you just petri, because you don't take fall damage if you're in petri or if you're in lip. Of course, mages can ice block. If you have ice block, Pallies can bubble or bop if they notice.
Basically here where I am now. Right, go. If you haven't got a Hellstone, now's the time. If you haven't used Greater Nature Protection, now's the time. This boss does.
So we're going to do another pack with the Brainwashers. Not a huge deal.
Incoming. Incoming. Warriors, keep your fear on cooldown. Don't fear the mind control people. CC. Got a hodge. Blind. It's square. After Alex. Alright, Ian, do you have a feel? Cool. Wait for Moon. Don't get it to 40. But guys, watch. That could have charged. Stop doing it every week. 25 weeks in a row, we still do it. Fucking hell. You just like hearing me say it. Okay. Alright. Bug trio.
Okay, so moving on to Bug Trio.
Sloppy,
This one is
Bad
usually
Guard, play it by
messy.
yourself mostly.
The tank
Once the
assignments
spell
for
tanks
Bug
are freed up,
Trio
they'll help
will,
you.
are pre-assigned. We have 2 tanks
Yeah.
per. One of these
Okay,
guys
so-
fears, so you want to be away from them. And when we kill Skull,
Sloppy.
you want
What's it for?
Skull will drop a poison
He
puddle
could go.
that does very heavy, very
So
lethal
we don't
poison
expect
damage
that.
if you're in that puddle.
He's good. Honestly, he used it.
Okay, good.
So here comes the fear. There it is.
Once Kree dies, make sure to get away from its corpse, okay guys?
Yeah, sloppy.
Toxic volley, EPR.
If you get poisoned, you
Bandit.
just want to make
Oh,
sure you
excellent,
elixir
get out
of
of the
poison
puddle.
resist.
I've got next kick.
You can see the puddle right there by my mouse.
Who's the AoE? Nancy?
I can sloppy can AoE talk like
I
this.
will
Just
bubble
me.
that fear.
Once it's dead.
Always want to cleanse healers. So when
Oh,
X
yeah,
is
sloppy.
2,
dying,
1.
we have some ads that come out. Not a huge deal. We do the lip taunt strategy with the warrior.
Ooh, team.
It's not a big deal. So the only thing basically is just the fear, and it can be outranged if you're a caster.
I taunt next.
There's some more abilities in there, so
Oh my god, yes, dude. Wow.
Vem will
Nice.
Does that mean you can pick off
usually
the
cast a
PR?
heal on,
Like the boss.
on
No,
different bosses. They can be interrupted. We have assignments for that. And then there was also the charge. Again, if you take a charge
Depends.
and you feel that you're going to,
Alright.
take lethal damage from the fall, because it does punt you up in the air, you can just simply Petri or use a lip if you have the potion cooldown to do
We're
so.
gonna
Okay.
pull this when Star is gone.
Chisk, you have a lip taunt macro, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, cool. It's Chisk, Summit, Kalen, right?
So these next few trash pulls are going to be exactly the same as the trash pulls we've seen before. It's going to be a lot of them, where we are
So,
taking
Skull dies.
a
when
certain
Skull dies, not in this pack. In the
a
pack you
certain
see Star off to the
ad
right, that's
out
when
of line
we
of sight
explode
of all the
the
others. We
warriors
kill it,
explode when
and then
they
we
die
bring the
into
next, and then the
the
next, and the
killer
next, so
bugs.
on and so
That
forth.
is when you will lip taunt. So just wait. We'll call. You'll have a little more time. But as long as you have a macro and you know where it is and how to push it.
Falcon, you've got the best eyes on this. You can pull.
No. I think the
When-
warriors are coming back through right now to us, and then we'll be able to pull with.
Yep, they're leaving.
Yep.
And go. If those guys come back when we've got like 1 or 2 ads left, we'll pull them, okay? So Falcon, I'll just have you sort of keep your eye out for that. You'll stay closer to the...
Okay, so what's going to happen here
Alright, pull
is
select.
Skull
If
is
we
going to
do
be
this
pulled
at them,
out.
Just don't
Skull's going to go far to the right, you'll see.
pull them too soon.
And then as soon as it's out of line of sight of the rest of the pack, the DPS are going to kill it.
Now,
And then it kills it. And now we're going to bring X over. Again, the reason being is
Send yourself
because
on that if you see
once
it.
an ad here is
Clear.
below a certain threshold of HP,
Fast.
the remainder of the pack will charge that ad
move.
and punt everyone within the vicinity upwards
Skull
into
and
the
Skull
air.
tanks are all free now, so
Heavy
if we pull them,
damage,
you guys are
And then
okay.
heavy fall
Right.
damage as well.
Yeah, can I pull them?
Yeah, go. Skull X square tanks, get on them.
We're not
Kill
killing
triangle and
experts,
keep
so-
diamond still. Keep diamond still. Okay.
It's a bit of a, and we got a
a
double pull here, which is intended because you're finishing up that pack.
Lip taunting,
3.
These
Two,
are the
one,
Vekniss warriors.
Now.
Summit,
Or they spawn a bunch of
They're gonna be really
little
close to
bugs
each other, guys. 3,
once
2,
they
1 now.
die.
3, 2,
Summit.
1. Now.
Kalen.
Anyway,
Not a huge deal.
good job.
We AoE them down because we're
Did we learn something from
following
last
the
week?
order.
Yeah.
Instead of just a little plan.
What did we learn?
Nothing pulling.
Not to burn 14 minutes of buffs there.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
This is coming around the corner immediately. All the other,
Skull is.
staying there.
Next,
Yeah,
you'll.
let's make sure you're not blindsiding your
Sorry,
tanks.
I'm not getting the footage of the
X
the
now.
next pack. It's very simple. It's just more guardians.
Someone pull diamond off him, please. Any tank. I don't care. Any warrior with time. Move it. Okay, square.
See, we have the line of sight set up.
He is running on the spot.
Not a big deal.
Oh, fucking hell, dude. You do not want to see that. I know, but doesn't mean he's not going to again. Moon. Triangle. Is this the war within? I swear to God.
It might be more.
Iron's been getting fucked all morning and now it's Ramsey. Chomper, Chow, can you get X?
I just DC'd, by the way.
Yeah. You're okay with it. You're just picking up X.
Your dad.
Oh, you should be fine. Yeah, Skull. Okay. You should be fine.
Same thing coming up here. There's going to be a lot of these packs.
Get a bit of threat on Skull.
Very unfortunate. Maybe not so unfortunate. I'm not sure. I don't know. Packs are easy, but they're just annoying to deal with. What I'm doing right now is as a healer, I'm just positioning myself to be in line of sight of either side of the wall, so I can heal the tank. Lots of good positioning or pre-positioning that you can do as a player just to be more efficient, I guess, if you wanted to do something like that. Obviously melee have to follow in. And then on the last mob, we don't really care what, where it dies, because...
So if Ranzig doesn't get back before Sartura, put Sloppy on the boss, and I can goalie, since I have more taunts, and I'll just do it with a shield.
Yeah.
Skull moves around the corner, everything else stays.
X. Where? Triangle.
You need arcane here.
Alright, yeah, so you want to take X now?
Okay, so moving on to
No, what I
Sartura.
was saying is I'll play goalie on the boss.
Sartura is on the pole here. It's the actual boss plus 3 ads. What we're going to do here is we're going to separate the ads with a rogue distract. And then pull them separate from the boss. This just simply gives us more time to DPS the ads safely away from the boss than engaging them all together. The ads themselves will do a punt, so you want to make sure that your back is towards a wall because you do not want to get punted out into the middle of the arena and be left out there. Sartura herself drops aggro really frequently and does a tornado spin whirlwind attack, and this is very lethal because of the aggro drops. She can find herself in the raid very, very quickly. So you just want to be aware of where Sartura is at all times during the, the ad phase. I'll call it, when we're simply just killing the ads beforehand. Other than that,
It's not been 5 minutes.
the fight is pretty easy, pretty simple. Basically, we kill ads, and then we kill Sartura, and then you move out of melee range for Sartura's spin. You just don't want to be in melee range of her. Very, very simple. You can avoid physical damage taken from Sartura because her spin is physical by using a lip, but Sartura will enrage at, I think, what, 30-40% or something like that. Maybe even, maybe 30 maybe? I don't know. You'll see in the fight.
Actually.
During that enrage, we will have a Paladin Hammer of Justice,
Give me,
and then we will have
We're going back to the
a
standard.
rogue kidney
We're going
shot.
back to standard, okay? So
After
as
that.
the Discord says, Rack on boss, ransack skull. Yes. Ransack is in group 1, Sloppy is in group 3.
Warriors are popping everything here, right?
Correct.
Yep, except charge.
Unlimited power.
I'm going to get the first distract. If I miss,
Okay, so we're
Urge
setting up the
will
distract
go,
now.
or if I hit all of them by mistake.
Basically, you want a few rogues doing this just in case the first rogue can't get all 3 ads.
Get ready?
Nice.
Everyone, 5.
That was
4,
very lucky.
3,
Really good
2, 1.
distract
Hodge,
there.
Hodge, Hodge.
And you can see the boss is on the other side of the
Always
room.
get out, guys.
And we have
Okay,
our tank
but not
pick
the
it
right
up.
way. Kidney follow.
You can see the punt
Kidney
on the
follow
ads
square.
there and how they're positioned against the wall.
Kill them.
So here comes the
Ready,
first
go,
spin
go in,
from
she's gonna spin
Sartura.
pretty much right away.
There it
Out,
is.
out, out.
And during this spin,
Behind.
she'll
go
be
to
dropping
the-
aggro.
Easy
Not a
goal.
huge deal. Our tanks are in there taunting her, but anyone as a DPS or a healer, you simply don't want to
We're
be
gonna push
near.
her, and we're gonna do it slow, okay? We're just gonna do another rotation. So, get her to 40 and stop. Get out, get out, get out. I don't want to push her fast. We don't have DNF this week. Just wait. Don't DL Hodge her like that, please. Thanks, you can taunt rotation. Get her out. Move back, guys. I want the follow-up stun from Beppis into Iron. Don't push her into Enrage casters while she's doing that.
The reason I'm getting close
Very dangerous.
is because I'm assigned to Hodge. Not a big deal. And then a rogue follows up with kidney shot. And then she's dead for the entirety of her enrage.
Iron, the Hodge went to 0 seconds. That's when I kidneyed, okay? I waited for 0 before I pressed the button. I understand that, but if I see 0, I'm pressing it, and you can understand why I would do that.
Everyone move up. We got buffs.
Let's go.
Chickens, right?
Yeah, you can put chicken.
Moving on to the bug gauntlet. The bug gauntlet, you just want to stay really close with the raid here because these little bugs, the drones, will respawn very, very quickly.
Secret tunnel.
No totems in the tunnel.
I'm gonna get a shot. So we just killed that pack, right? I think it's like and they just respawn now. So it's like a 20-30 second respawn, whatever it may be. We're just staying with the raid. We're moving on through. Not a huge deal. There is sometimes loot off these soldiers, so you want to make sure that you're looting the soldiers.
So, add to 14.
It's because my warriors in my group would be screaming, I need Wind Fury. And saying I can't drop totems, so just summon it, and I would.
And we're just moving with the raid.
Warriors are right.
We got Alpha Warriors, and we're just gonna show them.
Where do they finish?
These. Move up and over this lip.
Ali and Falcon, you'll be the first team to go if someone gets web cracked. Save your movement speed for it. Oh, of course. Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. Get him now. Sprint, sprint. Get the fucking mobs off him. Heal him now. NS heal.
We'll just stay here.
I am not enjoying this fucking amount of pieces. AJ, are you okay? Yeah,
back
yeah,
online?
I'm
Oh,
fine.
nice.
Move forward. Get out of this tunnel. Okay.
Good
Yeah.
call. How did you... That was...
He was decent from the game, not the internet.
Yeah.
Very scary. We just had a DC there.
Keep an eye on people.
Good
too.
call
Keep looking behind you, etc.
to him for calling it out. He noticed it early.
5 of 8.
It's all good.
But their warriors are 5 and 6.
Moving on to Fankriss. Fankriss is
Rage here in this
very,
corner.
very
Most of them
similar
is dead.
to AQ20's
30 minutes of weapons should be falling off around about now.
Kiranax. it's essentially a tank and spank with a few
Yeah,
additional
so as I was saying, Falcon, Carly for the first
mechanics. One of the mechanics is
Voice,
he
Skeram
will
for the
target
second.
random party
So if you
members
see
or
two,
random raid
if you see two
members,
web racks happen,
send them
at the
off
same
to
time,
a random
Voice like
direction
allies, you just hit the
against the
second
wall
one.
and web wrap them. This is the most dangerous mechanic, simply because you could be so
And then
far
both
from the
voice will
raid
be
and
targeted
have bugs
effectively.
attacking you that no one can get to you in time.
I mean, save them.
But we have a
You can
druid
if you remember, everybody can petri
assigned
inside of that.
You can.
to
should.
that person so that they can get heals
Keep
on
in the
them,
middle.
and then a hunter
Get
will
rid
also
of
be
that.
assigned to break that person out.
Very good.
Of course, when you're in that web wrap, you can pop a petri. See, we got
Hunters
one.
usually close to the middle, so you can.
Kalen
web rack
got
left
over
side,
there.
Carlin.
So we
Second group, get ready. There's another
got
one.
healers over there. We got DPS over there breaking him out. You can petri while you're in there. So if you get low, you just hit petri, or you can bubble out of it, ice block out of it if you have ice block. What I'm doing right now is I'm just
Second
healing the
group's
main
got ready.
tank,
Carry them down, bring them onto the points.
but also searching for players that might be punted, because if I can notice them quick enough, maybe I can be the first person over there.
Oh my god, that AQR doesn't exist.
This is this time, baby.
Second chance. Oh, it is gloves agility. Oh, that gloves agility is good though.
Good shoulders.
Let's get resalves, thank you.
Good pantalones. If we move up this... Oh, okay.
I don't really want to pull back, just because they move kind of slow. But yeah, let's just stay back.
Yeah, we have to wait till we split.
Yeah, check your food and alcohol. Now's a good time to remind everyone, put your EPR macro on your bar, Elixir of Poison Resist, drag it to your bar.
Okay, so moving on to this trash, the post-Fankriss trash. These scorpions do heavy damage on pull. I'm not too sure if it's just a combination of both of them hitting, whoever pulled at the same time, or whatever the deal may be, but they do a poison, and they're just heavy hitting on the tank. So
I'll just fucking...
while we
Getting
pull,
distracted is good, yeah.
just make sure that you are watching your threat, because you don't want to go in there, get tagged by both of these, and die instantly.
3,
You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second.
thanks.
So there's the poison,
I'm not on skull.
right? So not really heavy damage here, because I think the skull was pulled off of, X ASAP, but the poison is still something you do want to be cleansing. You want to be using your elixir of poison resistance macros here, and what I mean by that is that you should come prepared to this raid with macroed abilities, so like an ability you use in your regular rotation, whether it be healing or DPSing, but the macro is also using elixir of poison resistance. And so what this will do is, because you're spamming your DPS buttons or your healer buttons, that you're automatically using that elixir of poison resist, so that you're almost immediately cleansing that poison.
One back. We're gonna wait for them to come back to us, because sometimes the wasps back into them.
Yeah. Start marking.
You start marking, yeah.
Okay, so the room coming up, very dangerous.
You can steal Skull and X if you want.
But we still got 2
Skull.
scorpions left, so...
Cool. Tanks in 3, 2, 1.
If you can cleanse poisons, you want to prioritize cleansing the feral druids. They simply cannot do elixir of poison resistance without exiting their bear form. So they can't cleanse themselves.
Alaska, over here.
Alright, so very, very similar to the way we do AQ20. We want the pets put in a specific location so that the larger stingers can charge them.
I've fap up.
So what's going to happen is we're going to pull, a pack. A pack has, certain mobs to them. The Vekniss stingers will do a charge on a random player
It's up.
or a random
first.
random
Summon
thing
your
rather
backup.
outside of a
Only
certain distance.
pop
So
that and run out.
we
Yes,
want these
practice
to be
on
the
and try and
pets.
do
That's
that,
why we have them
otherwise
placed the way they do.
don't handle it.
This charge that they do is damage is increased by a poison that the wasps will put on you. So if you have a poison from a wasp,
Open, get his pulse.
you want to make sure to use your elixir of
I'll do
poison
my best to sort of call
resistance
out what I can see.
immediately. That way, should you
Making
get
sure, Ivan, are you
charged
good up there?
by mistake,
Square is.
you know,
Okay.
or an error,
Yeah,
or if
we
it just
outside,
happens
making
that way, you're not taking as much damage
Star might be okay.
from the stinger.
If Moon doesn't come in.
Yeah, Star's good.
No, Moon came in.
Yeah, if you pull it on the left, though.
It's just these things have such a, like the AQ20 ones have such a big social, you know what I mean?
This is where most of the run is going to get slowed down because the pull just needs
It's
to be
only
made
right.
safe. It is what it is. It's no one's fault.
Star.
So
No threat, no threat, no threat, just in case, no threat.
Check half an hour buffs.
Good job.
Okay. Really good pull. So we're cleansing immediately.
As I'm forfeit.
You can see that the stinger.
White bug at all times. Classes you might want to especially keep that in mind. Mob might be further out than you're used to.
Put these pets a little bit further out because I feel like people are going to stand a little bit closer.
Yeah, they are. They're gonna walk out. That's fine. Perfect.
Oh. Oh. Artifact. Blue.
Yep. Listen up. Triangle might be open. If Moon doesn't cut it. If Moon does pull, we'll fab. It does. It didn't. Okay, we're good. Fuck me. They look at us.
Fine.
They literally stopped as he pulled. If they did pull, every one of the raid would free action potion. Keep that in mind. And pop all other cooldown. Evasion, blade, focus, adrenaline, I don't care. Pop them all. Don't save it for your next character. Cooldowns are meant to be pressed. Square is open, provided diamond doesn't cut across.
Nice. Guys, we are sailing now.
Spent a while killing the pet. It's okay. Oh, ransom. Okay. There's even a poison charge. I'm just breaking it down. Medal of War. Alright.
So just taking care of some whispers here.
Good night.
No, night.
Very important here with these packs that no threat goes out.
9.
You just simply, so the hunter can reset if we do get a double pull.
You might want to reside, yeah.
A couple of those packs were close, but we didn't get a double pull.
We scout these? We've had 0 lashers so far.
And so what's happening here is we're getting
Yeah,
Eyes of the Beast going out.
Are there 2 lasher packs?
It's not a big deal,
There's 2.
Lasher in this next one.
Yeah, as long as Moon's...
but the
not too
hunter
close
needs to
behind
be allowed to, you know, reset. So here comes the pack. They killed the pet.
Oh, I have no armor on it.
That's crazy that they hit like
Fire.
baby. Died.
I just want to make sure we're cleansing immediately, so I can see that the itchy debuff is on Forkin, so I'm just spamming cleanse on him.
Get it out.
It does have weak nature.
Right, Shab, do you have free action?
Yeah, it's
Okay. Summit, do you?
I do.
Okay. This will be Moon. Careful of circle. Your pet might die too slow if you don't pull back. Get the lasher out, Shad. Just vary it. Yep, Summit, get ready in case it comes back to us. Next pack has a lasher too. That was very cool. Same level. Alright, should we move up?
Yeah, we can move on to this one.
Yeah, next one has a lasher, so once we position our pets, it'll be Summit. Do you just want to do this one?
That's fine.
We can just go on this one.
Yeah, get stuck up here.
Get stuck up here.
Oh.
Behind this.
Yeah, stack on skull, stack on skull, stack on skull, everyone. Pets out to the side. Summit, you'll be pulling the thing, so make sure to bow shot it if you can.
Yep.
And Floppy, do you have that?
I've got it,
Okay, yeah, if Summit loses the thing, we'll just Falcon Guard, okay? Which poisons? Charge, try and get it back, yeah.
So I'm not doing a good job of getting the action. What's happening is the tanks are taking the lasher out because it does a cleave and a spin. We just don't want that to be
Yes, he was still too
in
close.
with the raid.
Right. Let's try and coordinate. I want everyone to click their magic resist potion at the same time. So everyone has to click nature protection.
Does anyone have an extra magic resist?
Yeah, we will. Just everyone click nature protection now.
I just
It's
stabbed, so I'm gonna be off, by the way.
You'll be off, that's fine. Are you soaking?
No.
Then you should be okay. And our sets.
Trade Sloppy him if you need a magic resistance potion.
Yep, trade Phoenix as well, I have 7.
I
Yeah.
suppose the wild hunters and within 30 yards.
I'm gonna move Falcon out of group 1 just because I want more aspect.
So moving on to Princess Huhuran.
Everyone should be on cooldown from GNPP.
The main gimmick with
Unless you had a
Princess
fresh one,
is you want to,
Yeah.
as a melee DPS, you want to bring nature resistance.
Just give us a minute.
Simply
Don't click that
because
magic resistance, once you click
nature
it, it'll
resistance
look
is a huge part of this fight.
1 minute on GNPP.
Every so often, Huhuran will do a
If we don't have a full NR set,
a
we're
wyvern
gonna
sting
NR
on the closest 15
not.
players, and we want
I mean,
this
you
to
can
all
get
be
bits and
melee
pieces, it can't
DPS
hurt, right? This boss does a lot of
and
poison
not
damage
the
to
main
him,
tank. Simply because if our main tank gets wyvern stung and slept, because that's what the wyvern sting does, it does heavy nature damage plus a sleep.
You're still in the fight. You're just max mana.
That the Huhuran will lose
Closest 15
aggro
targets take the
on,
most poison
you know,
damage,
the main
so we
tank
want the closest
because
15 to be
the main tank is
DPS
asleep,
soakers,
and then
and
we'll
then
move on to the next
tank
threat
should be furthest
that
away,
isn't
60,
asleep. So that's
or higher.
just the main gimmick there.
And then anybody else without.
Huhuran
soaking
also
check should be
does
also that far.
an
Right, everyone
enrage,
can log in. Magic
which can
resistance
be
potion should be up.
tranquilizing shotted by a
Anyone
hunter
can
who has that
Phoenix.
ability.
Once you log in, click your magic
There's no
resistance
rhyme or
potion,
reason
and log out.
to how often Huhuran will get enraged. That can be tranked,
Okay,
so just if you're a hunter and you have trank shot, use it on cooldown and when you see it.
Can I get
I'm
one of
starting a
them
stopwatch.
open trade?
Huhuran will also do a permanent enrage at 30%, which increases her damage dealt. This will also include the wyvern
If
sting.
you're in a hunter group, you don't need the potion.
So this
it
is
doesn't
where
stack.
nature protection potions come in really handy. If yours falls off, you want to pop
Just
another
people
one
who aren't in
during the
hunter
fight.
groups, specifically,
And this is where you want to pump damage.
1, 5, and 6. I
I'm
think.
not too certain on the exact rotation of cooldowns if you're a warrior.
Shoot the shit.
I guess it really depends on
Okay.
you know, how many bosses we're doing in here and all that stuff, but you just want to make sure that you're doing as much damage as possible during the enrage. There's so much crap I got in my
If I
bags
say
I'm trying
stop
to get
damage,
rid of.
I want you to stop. If I say push, I mean go like hell. Okay? It's very important. It's been a minute since you clicked your potion, so you can log back in. You won't need your second potion until.
You do want to make sure you're
so
spread.
So did you use a protection? I could put you in a hunter group if.
You're
I'm
spread
good.
out
I used to
as a ranged because there is a.
Okay, everyone log in.
It's like a
Perfect.
stun or a
Yeah.
sleep. I really can't remember at this point in time, but you do want to be spread out because
That's
if you
fine.
hit others with this
Your
little like
soaker,
AoE,
when he says
it affects them as well.
stop,
Hopefully I can get it
yes,
on
doesn't
film.
mean you run out, okay?
So
Stay in still,
there's just an
just
example of it.
target.
There will be a call for stop DPS. If you hear that call,
Food and alcohol.
it simply
Maybe
does
from
not
about
mean leave
30
melee
seconds.
range. If you are a soaker, you want to stay in melee range,
yourself
but
up.
just stop DPS. Very simple. The fight is very,
Casters
very
spread
simple.
out
It's just
in
there's
a
lots of
semicircle
damage
on
that
the
comes out when
east side of the room.
Huhuran
Side
is
currently on.
enraged.
Ranzig will be pulling. Let him get the rage, please. Let him get the bug.
So we're ready?
Yoink.
Already. The bug
I
takes
did
all
not
round.
mean to.
5, 4,
Remember, if you're a soaker, I want you on triangle.
1.
Okay, so the bug is pulled. I'm going to move over to the left here, away from everyone else,
Soakers on
or at
triangle.
least trying to be spread.
Non-soakers max range. Trank 1, I don't know who this is. Falcon, Allies next.
You can see all of our melee are in there.
In.
They're getting poisoned.
Wyvern Sting, dispel, dispel,
There's
dispel,
the
dispel.
Wyvern Stain. We're dispelling.
Right. We can push. We can push. Go. Trank. I did push Ali. All damage, please, all damage. Here we go, GMPP.
So as a paladin, what I'm doing
GMPP now.
is I'm running into melee range to be a potential soaker with bubble up. That way it alleviates damage on someone that could, could take damage. Dwarves are also really good because they can stone form
Your gear on.
the
Regular gear.
They can stone form the poison off, or they run in with stone form. I'm not too sure how it works, but it just that's the way it works.
Alright guys, I cannot stress
Very
enough,
simple
this
fight.
is the part that matters. If you weren't listening to me, that's
So,
fine. Now's the time.
Moving on to Twin Emperor's Trash.
Yep, that's what I thought.
This is one of the most dangerous parts of the instant here, is the trash coming up. Much like the trash at the beginning of the instant, the Anubisath defenders coming up do have a random assortment of abilities that they will throw out, and it will cause us to, adjust strategy on the fly depending on what abilities that they have. I'm going to be the ranged
Can we do a quick log
marker.
You can. 20-second logout. Yeah, so here's the order. If you're a caster, healer, hunter, I want you to prioritize. No, back up. You can back up a bit, guys. Yeah, he doesn't.
You do want to have some protection potions running here, most of all nature.
Yeah, so if you're a caster,
and
healer, hunter, I want you to prioritize.
Shadow.
Shadow first, then nature,
Fire
then
is
If you're melee,
a good one
prioritize
too, because
nature,
these mobs
then fire,
do
then shadow. Okay?
a
That's the
AoE
most
meteor.
important. If you ever lose one, and you only have one potion cooldown to press,
The
you should
meteor
start at the top
is
of the
very
priority
much
list,
like
okay?
the meteor in
So melee
AQ20,
nature,
where
because guess
it's
what?
targeted
Thunderclap.
one
Like,
player,
you're gonna take way more fucking nature
but the damage is spread among all those that are
Probably
hit.
not gonna take any shadow damage because you're under the boss.
So we will have 2 stacks,
DPS on these was a little
one
slow
melee,
last
one
time. We
ranged.
also have the issue of parry hasting. If it's meteor, we're gonna have to parry haste. If it's
And we
plague,
just react to the
we're gonna have to
mechanics.
boss
So
it out
the
straight away.
mechanics of these defenders, they can either be in this order. So ability number 1 is always either a meteor or a plague. So the meteor will, like I said, go out on a random person, but the damage is shared by everyone around that person that soaks the damage with them.
Alright, log on. Everyone
The
click your first
plague
potion.
goes out
Shadow
extremely
casters.
fast, but much like AQ20, you move
Anyone have
out
fire?
if you have the
Needs to-
plague.
Yeah. They went down on the auction house.
So the Anubisath defenders will always have one of those 2 abilities. It can never be
I
both.
got it.
The second ability will either be Thunderclap or Shadow Storm. Thunderclap is just
Once you
simply
get your
an
potion,
AoE
log out.
around the boss within melee range for heavy nature damage. The Shadow Storm is an Shadow Bolt volley to anyone outside of a certain range. I think it's 20 yards of the mob. And this will be in
For people who haven't been
combination
here before, how
to
many people is that?
the
Hands up.
plague or meteor. And then the last ability is either an enrage or an explode.
I think Constance, you've been to
The
first
explode
battle
is
with
like a
this, so it's
self-destruct. At around 10%, it'll
not the most
either
recent.
enrage, which it does, faster attack speed, more
Excellent. Alright,
damage.
there's a couple people.
Not a problem, just kill it.
Key thing to
If
note
it
here
is an explode,
the plagues
you
come out
do want
really
to run
fast,
away from
so
it no matter what.
most of the ones from AQ40, these come out much faster. I will be calling them. The add-on does like to debate, so just keep that in mind. I might accidentally call the wrong person. but
If
it
you're not
doesn't matter. If you do
confident
that for a second, then move back.
in pet management as a hunter here, you simply remove,
Is a lot bigger than it seems, so
dismiss
if
your
you get
pet.
a thunderclap mob, I might ask you to step back a little
You
bit.
can do,
Whenever I ask you to move,
if you want,
it's always
and
in a
if the
group.
raid is
If I say
comfortable
cast
with
a
it,
step back, it means as a clump you
is
step back. If I
say
say cast as
you
forward,
can put
same
your
thing.
pet on stay right
the
here,
ads
like,
in that
away
range
from
group
everyone
that we
else,
interact,
away from the
you
mob,
can focus
and
on
it could
those.
potentially absorb an ability like a
And
meteor
then Paladin just
or
automatically come in. You can log in.
a plague or something like
So
that.
other
But it's just
thing
very
to note is
important
just
that you don't have any
sometimes
auto
when
attack
mobs
macros
run out
going
that they're exploding
or
on,
anything like
an
that.
AQ20 where we ignored and killed them, you have to run as a melee.
And as a caster sometimes. Sometimes the casters will be in melee range because of Shadow Shock Meteor. If it is Shadow Meteor or Shadow Plague, then casters
Okay, I'll
you're going to
speak
have to
here
run
for a
to.
second.
Okay? If for whatever reason, you, I don't know, brain fart and don't move for 2 seconds, you can Petri to dodge the explosion, okay? So just don't get caught in it. If you do end up being slow, you can still save yourself, okay?
Does
The important...
save you from explosion?
No, fire damage.
No, it's fire damage.
Gotcha.
Make sure you have the weak aura for plague, please.
Yeah. I'll do my best to call it out on the frame. Click your second or third. And then we should be just about ready.
We can get in soon. Skull
Yep.
will be
Stack.
No.
Yep, you guys, we need to stack up now.
We need pally buffs.
We need pally buffs. I don't want to rush it if it's...
No, we want to rush it.
All log
Okay.
in.
I did.
You did.
You did like 2 minutes ago.
Yes, you did.
East isn't here. No.
Oh yeah. Don't get it. God, fuck it.
East is not in.
And what marker can I use for the ranged? We have star
You
and
should
triangle
have
in there.
split.
You can use triangle. Oh, star and triangle.
Right.
But yeah, takes it.
Take star, please.
Yeah.
Give me triangle.
I am
Why
a
we lose
star.
them both? Who's stealing them? Everyone dismount, please, by the way. No mounts.
You will die.
It's gonna be telling me my friends are gonna abandon me, and I am close to believing him.
Only my heart's gonna explode. Is that like metaphorical?
Okay, ranged, we're gonna do a bit of practice while we're waiting. Oh no, it's Shadow Storm. We have to move up. Move up. Move up as one group. Once you start moving, you don't stop. Very good. Bet we'll move back. Oh no, range, it's Shadow Storm. We have to move up. Move up.
Oh no.
And Corpus is dead.
No,
Very
it's fine.
good.
On my screen.
Okay. Oh no, guys, Maginitis has plague.
Oh wow.
Oh no, guys, Airlines has plague. Oh no, guys, Carlisle has plague.
Oh, look at that.
Get off that mount, Chomper.
Huge.
I also have plague. So...
Huge. Practice is over.
Can you please say "oh no" for your call outs? That sounds good.
Alright, let's get stacked and get ready.
Alright, yeah.
Soon.
Now, again, keep in mind, last time we were here, people were pulling aggro off the tank and getting hit by the fucking mobs. So
Yep.
please
Just...
let Ramsey hit it. It's got to run to him first.
Airlines.
Yeah, it's just... Oh, incoming.
Alright, just, yeah, very important range that once we start moving, you just simply don't stop.
Shadow, I think?
Alright, so we're moving on. We did a bit of practice there. A little fun joking around type thing, you know. Okay, so it's Thunderclap. We're staying in here. This might be Plague. Oh, it's Meteor.
Okay.
So it's Thunderclap Meteor. Very, very simple. We're going to stay here. And the melee is going to take some heavy nature damage. So if you're melee, right, you want to have your Greater Nature Protection Potion rolling. Of course, it won't be up all the time for this Thunderclap. It is what it is. And it's an explode, so we're going to run away from it. You can see how big the explosion range is. Really big, right? So I was, even I was a little bit too close for my comfort there.
Rage you get?
So it's just like on the pole there, like it's just very important that you just focus exactly what you need to do on what's mob, right? Don't freak out because, oh no, I don't know what's happening. It's very important that you know, right? Like, so just know what all the abilities are and you react on combination. So things that determine that we go in or out is Thunderclap or Shadowstorm. If it's Shadowstorm, we go in on every single occasion. On Thunderclap, we stay out on every single occasion.
There ain't even a mob in sight. Y'all tripping.
I can't see very well, so it's all on you.
Alright.
Just tell me which one. Moon, okay. Can you see what he's got? Thunderclap? Meteor. T-Clap Meteor, same as last time, okay? Cast. No, back, guys, back. Casters, don't come forward. It's T-Clap Meteor. Stay back there. Let Ramsey get threat.
Sorry, I had instructed them to move up because we were a bit far if it was Shadow.
Heals. Big heals on melee, guys. It's Thunderclap Meteor. Take the rest damage.
Okay, so Thunderclap Meteor yet again. But remember, it could be an Enrage or a Explode. So we're just going to wait to see what it is.
Run.
It's an Explode, so we're running away. Very simple.
Okay. Melee on triangle. Remember, it can still be Plague, so get ready for it.
I think the reason why we're switching sides like this is just to avoid, the bodies, right? We don't want to be pulling while we're on top of the bodies, so we can see exactly where we are in relation to if it's Meteor, or if it's, if it is what it is.
Yeah, we're ready. Is it square?
Always have your alcohol rolling. If there is ever a time to have alcohol and stamina food rolling, it is here. You want as much HP as you can muster here. The more HP you have, the more HP you have to work with.
Melee, you want to GMPP again if you have to. Get some ads coming in. Let Ransack get threat. Remember, you can't. You have to parry haste. There's nothing you can do. Okay, that's called a frame 1.
Okay, so we're just healing the tanks. We're healing up melee that will, that are taking damage. It's not a huge deal.
Hellstone GMPP if you need it. 3, 2, 1, get ready.
At that time it was an Enrage, so we didn't have to move out. We have to move anywhere. As we pull more and more mobs, we're going to move up.
Do you have start attack bound to W? Right. Do you want to go down a bit further?
I think he is good.
Okay.
Gives us the distance, and then range can be almost back at the other than where Bevis is.
Yep. Stack on triangle, no mounts. Underneath, you're still wearing a Nature's as cloak, are you? I don't know. That might just be on purpose, actually. It might not be a bad idea, to be honest, on these days.
Alright, everyone stacked, everyone good?
Yeah, he does that. And he's get parry hasted so he can melee you for 6k if he's really feeling it. Get ready, we don't know what he has.
I got hit with the thunderclap.
It is...
Range stack up.
Shadow Rock, come in close, come in close range, come in close range. Meteor, as a group. Yep. Shadow Meteor, very low damage here. So Shadow Rock is stuck on.
So very simple. It is Shadow and Meteor. So we're stacking and we're just going to eat meteors. Not a big deal. We do have to run extremely far here if the, if it's a explode at the end of at 10%. Not a big deal. We just run away from the mob.
Get ready to run out.
So position myself. Yep, I want to run away. And you just gotta run. You don't backpedal, you don't do anything. if well, Ranzig's explaining it, if you're tanking a
It's
mob,
only like 6.5k, which you should survive if you're a tank.
you will need to learn how to strafe jump.
And my 1 hours are about falling, so we're gonna need them to tank
Because
anyway. Yeah,
if you get
4
hit in the back
Yeah, not
with
too
and you get dazed on that explode, very, very dangerous.
It's good.
HADC.
Okay, that's not good. Can't go with a DC.
If he stacks on melee.
Yes. Okay, he's back. KJ, come to melee, please. Oh, but if he stacks on melee, he dies to fucking explosion. Yeah, no, he can't.
Just log out for this last one, dude.
Yeah, just log out, KJ.
You're fine on Twin Emps, but you just can't be logged out here.
Yeah.
You can't be fucking around here.
Worst thing on Twin Emps is he eats a blitz and explosion. Right, are we ready to wait for KJ? We're not going to get much of a run up. Actually, he's turned around. I'm going to re-up my 1 hours now.
You pop in nature again?
Yeah, melee should always have nature up. It's your prior one. Caster should always have shadow up, and then nature second.
We're just waiting for the last mob. He's way deep in there. But it, you know, we've done these mobs. It's easy.
And we haven't dismount iron, please. Stack
We
up.
haven't ran into a plague yet. I wanted to see one of
Shadow, I
those.
think. It looked like it.
Definitely Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow. We don't know the other one. Shadow, come in. As a group. Could be Plague. Plague, yeah. Magi out. Magi out. You could turn it. Turn the bus.
Don't go too far out, Magi. You have to come back in.
Airline's out. Airline's out. Again, not too far, guys. 10 health. Painfully out. Painfully out. You gotta use all the space in here. Go Magi. Bag it out. Bag it out. You get the Plague. GS2, guys. Ready to run, guys? Get the ads off the... JD out. JD out. JD out. Get ready to run. Enrage. Kill the people. Get away from them.
Really
Maybe
funny
the
that
that's-
the people
that's
I
really
had
good.
practice. Oh, sorry.
Keep healing these people. It's going on. Okay, you can log back in.
Healers stay there. That plague actually does big damage. Like the
So that was good. Really good example of that. So we had Plague, Shadow Shock, or Shadow Storm, whatever it is. Very important
I'm logging out to save it.
that you do not run so far out that you're taking Plague damage and the Shadow Storm damage. You just want to stay within within that Shadow range, but away from other players as you take the Plague.
I need to go assign some quick. There are new people from last week. I just need to make sure they're comfortable.
Alright, so on to Twin
you'll be taking over
Emperors.
for loot, which means you'll be doing the 3-2-1 pull as 4 pulls the right mob.
Twin
You'll be
Emperors
pulling the left. Saki, are you comfortable with that?
is, I would say, is an intimidating fight,
anything
but
goes
it's
their
very
way, just sort
easy
of
in
try to chase it down
execution.
and hit it with
So what's
interesting
going to happen is on the right
Still sloppy, you'll
we
lose the
have
boss
a
afterwards.
melee mob.
Make sure last stand activate.
Our hunter
Left
is going
side
to
healers
pull
are Beppis,
from
Kali, Vemba, Feli,
from the
Karma,
bottom
and
of the
Helgi
stairs
with the
there,
shield. Right side healers are Hong,
and
Kong,
then
Kong,
is
Kong,
going
Kong,
to be
Kong,
picked up by the
Kong with
tank.
shield.
Very important that the
I'm going to
hunter
demote
recognizes
the other tanks
when to feign death,
we only have
because
warlocks.
feign death too early, the boss will run to whoever. Could be a healer, could be anyone, and feign death too late. You say the tank gets like parry hasted, or sorry, the tank gets a bunch of parries and misses. Then you're just dead because he melee hit you. The tank, once this mob, the melee guy is picked up, is going to go underneath that torch, and that's where the boss is going to be tanked.
Sorry to interrupt, Phoenix. Jed, it was you with me on the right side, right, last week, and then there was like another backup, yeah? Okay,
He knows the positioning now. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was
Next is the caster mob. The caster mob is going to be picked up by a warlock wearing the shadow resistance gear set. just spamming Searing Pain from what I understand. I could be wrong, don't
guys,
quote me.
Again,
But just
stay
whatever
locked down if you need to.
the
If you
Warlock
haven't
needs to
been here
do
before, I know some of
to
you
gain
haven't, you've
aggro.
researched the fight. The most
And
important thing,
what's going to
and you should be
happen
popping potions, by the way. So,
is
Frost
the
is good
Warlock will
if you're a
just simply
caster.
stay there
Fire is good if you're a caster. Shadow
and
is
eat Shadow
necessary if
Bolts
you're a tank.
from the
Summit,
caster.
does
So
anyone have
Emperor
a Titans?
Veclor, and this is
We should
Emperor
have these prepared,
Veclanash is
but
the melee. The main gimmick of this fight is every so often these bosses will switch with each other. So the melee mob becomes the caster mob, and the caster
does everyone
mob
else have their
becomes
Titans?
the melee mob.
Sloppy ransack.
To combat this, we will have
Cool.
a warlock tank and a physical tank, like a
You
warrior,
don't need it. It's
on
just a luxury.
each
The
side
Frost
of the
is a
room,
luxury as a hunter.
so that the bosses can be positioned underneath the torches on each side.
Hunter pets fine on this fight or not?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Until you
They're
pull
fine.
them off.
Okay, the two most important things in this fight, guys. If you're not healers, you've got your own little job to do.
Sorry, it's a question.
Number
So
one, like
the
I
main
said last
gimmick
week, these scarabs, they
is
aggro through
these
other mobs. So when you pull one,
bosses
and
will
then you
swap
pull
with
it
each
from another
other.
one, they'll aggro the other yellow scarabs. So keep that
To
in mind.
combat
GPS,
this,
if
we
you've got
have
one on you,
a
aggro it.
warrior
Don't
tank
start dragging
and a
them
warlock
off
tank
again,
on
aggro
each
range,
side
as many as you can.
to pick up the boss.
And
On the
secondly, don't
teleport
teleport.
is an aggro drop,
Deep wounds exist, dots
except
exist.
for
You
the
must not use
closest
these when they're
person
about to teleport. They have
to
threat.
the boss
So when I say twin
at that
teleport,
time.
7 seconds, 5 seconds, you stop.
Most likely, the closest
Right,
person
everyone,
is
log
going
on.
to be
Warlocks, are you
the
ready?
warrior, and we want to ensure
If you
it
need
is
to,
the
just
warrior
hit me
tank on each
on
side,
stairs.
because the closest person to these
Beautiful warlock
mobs
tanks here.
on teleport get a 2,000 threat, like a snap threat, I think is what they call it.
It's a long fight. It's a pretty simple fight.
You do not want to be a healer getting that 2k snap threat. You don't want to be a DPS getting that 2k snap threat, because if it's the melee mob, you just get one shot and die. If it's the caster mob, you get a Shadow Bolt, or two even. Depends how long the Warlock takes to grab threat from you. So you just simply, as a DPS and a healer, you do not want to be the closest person to these mobs.
Falcon, grab a new Kings, it's going to expire mid-fight.
Yeah, Kings and Self are falling off.
Let's roll.
The other mechanics, which are very, very minor, is there's going to be these bugs you see scattered across the room. Every so often, they will become large and either explode or become a mob that needs to be tanked. We will have a tank, Feral Druid, most likely, pick up these mobs, and they're just DPS down as we make the switch.
Yeah, I can get near the base of the stairs without...
Yeah, not too close. I'll do a 20-second pull.
Outside of the base of the stairs is fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Time it. No, don't go any further. Yeah.
So if you see these bugs in rage, a Feral Druid will pick them up, or you get away from them if they explode.
Hunter pull in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, just stay still and get your heals. Feign if you need to, Falcon.
So I'm on the caster side, so we can see
might have a shield on. He might swap to a shield.
our caster.
If you need to, kill the bug.
Just tanking Shadow Bolts. Very, very simple on this side for now. And you can see on the timer here that the twin teleport is about to happen. And the thing about this is you want to stop dots at around 5 seconds, or however long it takes your dot to expire, because you do not want to rip threat and have the boss run across the arena, because
Good job, under the lamp. Watch the knockbacks now.
you pulled threat on
Warlocks are in position. Casters get
a
over
mob.
teleport soon. Get
Sorry,
the
I'm just trying to
20 seconds,
concentrate. I'm
get off
just also doing a bad job of explaining.
Healers, you should go nowhere near the warlocks, please.
So you can see
so you're away from it.
that the mobs are big,
Keep casting,
right?
keep casting.
And we have a Feral Druid picking them up.
Watch the knockback. You should be killing the scorpions right now.
And a swap has happened. So back to the swap. Sorry, I want to talk about that a little bit more. It is a window, right? So even though the teleport timer went off, that's when the swap could happen. And so now we're moving out of the blizzard. Just move out of the blizzard.
Stop casting.
You can see that we're -3 seconds so far on the teleport. Not a huge deal.
You should go to your
There's
left.
the teleport.
You can't be near the other people.
There's a blizzard.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. I didn't see it like that. Watch threat.
And this is the fight. This is the balance we do.
You can pull those
We're
back
just
to the
watching
field, by the way,
teleports. We're
please.
killing bugs. We're picking up
They don't
bugs.
turn big and explode. You
And
don't want
we're
to turn them all.
evading
Get
blizzards.
away.
And we're evading.
Can be a good idea, just to get the habit of it.
We're evading exploding
Can
bugs.
teleport. Yep, stone
Okay,
shield.
so teleport could happen at any time. Remember, I'm not the closest person.
Wait, melee, wait. Don't go near them. There's the knockback. Split in position. Yep, sometimes it happens.
If you get low on mana, you can, you know, obviously you want to
You're good.
mana pot if needed.
Good pushback. Good pushback.
There's not a whole lot of damage that comes out,
Don't teleport to the boss.
so we want to move away from the exploding bug.
4,
Mutate.
2,
Get
1.
off the healers, please. You can stay on this side, drag chest.
Teleport can happen at any time. There it is. Warrior is the closest person to that mob on the swap.
10%. Equip a shield. Yeah, casters, heal yourself. Focus up now. Mutate bug.
I'm spamming our tank. There's really no damage going out.
Off the boss,
It's
off the boss. With the bug.
kind of boring from a healer perspective,
There's some stuff.
but I guess that's a good
Needs a
thing.
shield. The second that debuff appears on him, he needs a shield.
So teleport can happen any second.
So teleport.
There it is.
Positioning.
Also, what's happening with the caster mob?
Knock, it's fine. The bug.
Sorry, there's a bug there. I had to... Also, what's happening with the caster mob is anytime you get within melee range, he will do an arcane explosion. So that's why we have our tank running away, because the arcane explosion also does a knockback, and it's very easy to get out of position.
2, 1.
So teleport can happen at any time. Our tank wants to make sure he's the closest person to that mob.
Psychic heals on sloping.
There's the teleport, really long teleport window. It is what it is. Or as your melee DPS and you're switching, because you're
watch thread and execute phase, guys.
because you're
Please watch
running
thread.
from side to
Just
side,
running.
is you're
No
killing
saving.
the large
Yeah, okay.
bugs.
Petri your thread up if you have to. Fucking dead. Guys, you're like 1k behind him.
Watch out, Jed's gonna take big damn here.
Yeah, big kills on Jed, big kills on Jed.
1.
GSPP, if you have it. Shield in.
You guys should be swapping.
Really long swaps
too
here.
early.
It's very, very unfortunate. There's the swap.
Finish
This
them
is
off here.
exploding bug
Heals on
melee.
Ransack off balance.
Run away.
Exploding bug.
You can do a world finish it. Heals on suck out. Watch the exploding bugs, kill the boss. Jesus Christ, Sloppy.
You awake?
I know you pain. Loot both. Berserk in 10 minutes, by the way. Are we booning right now?
Yes.
Are we clicking off Sunflower or?
There's no, I don't have
don't need
Sunflower. I lost Sunflower 7
Everyone
minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna delete some scarabs because we have a billion of them. You can sue me.
It's up to you. If you want to get a Sunflower, we're gonna get fire resist, so we'll lose a lot of it.
Good job. That was good. Good run.
And that's Twin Emps. So that is AQ40 up to Twin Emps. The Cthulhu Trash and Cthulhu boss fight itself, very long explanation, so that will be a separate video when we get there.
Where are we doing?
Someone Petri through it, that's funny. We'll do loot in Ironforge Portal, and... Yeah.
You know what I'm told, Phoenix? You told me to Petri.
I just thought it would be a nice idea, because I know
Alright,
you
you
love
guys have a good
content,
one.
so you would love to pay for